It's 6 a.m. at Bendigo in Victoria. Claire Valenta, Cohen Mitchell and Sean David are on their way to work.
We all work together at Costafield Mine and carpool out there.
So we decided to carpool because it really cuts down on the cost of fuel.
6 months ago when I first moved to Bendigo, I think it was more like $1.20, and now it's climbed all the way to $1.55.
The drive to the mine is around 60 kilometres or up to 50 minutes on the road each way.
I'd be spending easy a good $80, $100 on fuel, full tank of fuel, if I was driving there and back by myself. So I'm saving half or 3/4 of a tank carpooling with the guys.
Across Australia, motorists are facing the most expensive fuel prices in 4 years.
Average prices across most of the capitals have now breached $1.60. In some cases, they've almost hit $1.65. And when we talk average prices, obviously we mean there's a number of service stations well above that.
There is not one single reason. Competition watchdog the ACCC points first to the powerful group of oil-producing nations known as OPEC.
They are sitting regularly and working out how they limit supply to push prices up, and they are costing Australian motorists hundreds of millions of dollars a year. And so it is appalling behaviour, but I'm afraid, given that it's done by governments, there's nothing we can do about it.
In the last 12 months, the price of oil, which represents about a third of the petrol cost, has gone up by 44%. And the exchange rate, that is the number of Australian dollars you can buy relative to US dollars, has dropped by 10 cents.
Then there's global conflict.
So the main political factors happening globally are the tension between the United States, Iran and Russia, with the threat of sanctions and ongoing sanctions, a trade war between the United States and China, and continued tension in the Middle East, including the war between Saudi Arabia and Yemen.
Why does that affect petrol prices in Australia?
They are all oil-producing countries, and that sort of instability on world markets will see prices increase. And that's exactly what we've seen now. So unfortunately, it's that sort of tension that has seen these sustained increased prices right across the globe.
According to the ACCC, high retail margins are also contributing to the price hike.
Most capital cities are paying 2 to 3 cents a litre more than they should be, and that's quite a lot of money. Brisbane's probably paying 5 to 6 cents a litre more than they should. Keep in mind, across the country, each 1 cent a litre is about $200 million that it's costing Australian motorists. So this is real money, and it's really important, and we're doing what we can to help consumers make the largest savings and save money.
Yes, it's high, there's no argument of that. But the suggestion that it's high because retailers are gouging, we would refute out of hand.
The group representing petrol retailers in Australia believes the ACCC is failing to factor in local costs.
To put it very simply at the moment, I might buy my fuel at the moment at $1.30 and I sell at $1.45. But it costs me 10 to 12 cents a litre to retail it, depending upon the business model I've got. And with the increases in terms of rent and electricity, they've moved in the last 2 years. And we're not comfortable that the ACCC has really looked at that impact in detail.
As for motorists, all they can control is when and where they buy.
With prices going up from the bottom to the top of the cycle, 20 or 30 cents a litre, working out when to buy can save you a lot of money. But what you can do, our website shows you the cycle and tells you whether it's a good time to buy or not. Secondly, where to buy. If you buy off the independent players, you'll get cheaper priced petrol. If you buy off Coles, BP, Caltex, you'll pay more.
The complex mix of factors, from global unrest to OPEC to the Australian dollar to local costs, makes it hard to predict when prices will drop.
In the past, there has been one major factor which we believed would only ever be a short-term issue before prices started to fall. The concern we have with the current global issues is that no one can see an end in sight anytime soon.
We've been on a long-term trajectory in terms of oil price for about 18 months now. It does go up and down a little bit, but the long-term trend is actually up. So I don't see any relief anytime soon, but at the same time I don't expect it to skyrocket. We're talking about slow increases that are occurring at the moment, and we're somewhat subject to the vagaries of the commodity price of oil.
Back in Victoria, the carpoolers are putting their savings on fuel towards other essentials.
It's definitely 2 cartons of beer.
Yeah.